This disc review is brought to you by the Disc Golf Depot, largest selection and best prices in the Pacific Northwest. Check out discgolfdepot.com for more information. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my review of the Discraft Z-Flex Heat. This is a new mold from Discraft, also a new plastic type from Discraft, and I wanted to check out both. I love the old Flex plastic, so to check out some new Z-Flex plastic, it seemed a no-brainer. Big thank you to Disc Golf Depot for sponsoring this review. They've been really supportive lately, and I really appreciate that. Check out discgolfdepot.com for more information. If you're in the Portland area, you should definitely be going there to get your plastic. And if you're not in the Portland area, give them a call. Anything they have, they can take your order over the phone and ship it out to you. So big thank you to Disc Golf Depot, and let's get on with the review. Take a look at this guy. First of all, I really like the way this plastic looks. It kind of glows in the light, which is really nice. Very visible out there on the course. I think Discraft's always been really good about that. Putting out most of their discs in really bright colors that stand out well in the woods and in the field, and just are easy to spot. That's always a good attribute for a golf disc. Got one type of foil stamp for where it says the plastic type, with little star, like holographic stars in there, and then the regular stamp is just white. Seemed like most of the ones I had there had two different stamps going on for whatever reason, but I think it looks cool. Kind of a unique motif going on with the Z-Flex stuff, where it doesn't look like any of the other molds or plastic blends, as far as the stamp pattern and all that stuff. But I think it looks good. It's a nice, clean design. Not a lot of extra stuff there. So yeah, I like the little dragon flame motif. I think that looks cool. And yeah, all that's good stuff. So let's look at the rim profile on this disc. This one's got a little bit of a dome top to it. And as you can see, it's a relatively indistinct rim profile. There's not a lot going on there that I could point out to you. You kind of just got to take a look at it for yourself. Relatively slim as far as the rim. There's not a lot. It's not a very wide rim, which would make this a good kind of distance driver for people with smaller hands. Maybe this would be a good option for you because it has good distance potential, as we'll discuss a little bit later, but it's not a big wide rim disc. This one's 170 grams, which is right around where I like it. It's got a little bit of embossing on the inside rim that I'm trying to get to come up on camera. Relatively difficult. There, I think you can see it. It says Discraft Heat on the inside there, which does provide some texture if you wanted to grip it right there. It'll have a little bit of a textured feel under your fingertips. For whatever reason, that's an option. But if you don't like that, you just grab it anywhere else on the disc, and it's totally fine. The Z-Flex plastic has a great feel to it for sure. I like it a lot. It's got a nice grip to it. Probably grippier than the average Z disc, especially off the shelf. Z plastic kind of gets grippier over time, but this one has a great feel straight away. I'm sure it's no coincidence that they're kind of releasing and pushing this stuff going into the winter months, because the more softer, flexible plastic is better when it's colder outside, because it doesn't get quite as rigid and slick as some of your normal plastic, where if you liked it a lot in the summer, take it out in the winter, it might not feel as good. So this stuff should maintain a little bit more of a similar feel throughout the year, and definitely nice for the colder months, where it'll give you that little bit more give. Probably feel like your regular Z plastic out in the cold. So yeah, I like that. But the Flex plastic has got a really nice flexibility to it. Good grip. You can see it depresses under the thumb quite a bit. And overall, I think it's a great addition to the Discraft lineup to have some new plastic types. They released a bunch of different molds in it as well. So let's talk about the flight of this disc. It's got a lot of glide to it. First of all, that's one of probably the main attributes to it. It's a relatively straight flight, very little fade, and a bunch of glide. It's pretty understable. If you have a bigger arm, I would say this would be a big turnover disc, hyzer flip distance disc, where you can throw it down on a strong hyzer, let it pop up, ride to the right, and come back a little bit, or just kind of turn over and hold it. Also be a good roller disc for more experienced players. You can see in the little throwing demo I'm going to put at the end of the video here that the first time my buddy Zach threw it on Anheuser, it flipped over hard and started to roll, and really only rolled out to the left because of the slope of that particular hole that we were testing it on. If it was in a big open field, it probably would have rolled pretty nicely. And you can also see you'll throw it up on a high hyzer and it'll hold that angle downhill pretty easily. And you'll see that it's got a nice potential once you get to stand up on a hyzer flip to just carry very straight and get a bunch of nice glide and good distance. So for me, during my testing, I found it to be a relatively straight flyer. It definitely likes to be thrown on hyzer if you don't want it to turn over too much. If you want it to turn over, you can throw it pretty flat and put some snap on it and it'll start turning for you pretty easy. Again, probably be a good choice for rollers. But for me, if I was going to carry this thing, I'd be using it for tailwinds and big hyzer flip distance. I can get actually a really nice distance throw out of this thing. Even though I don't throw very far, but you know, I can throw it down on a little hyzer, let it pop up and ride, and it flies very straight overall, and that glide is very apparent once you get it to stand up. So yeah, I had a great time testing the Heat. I think this would be a good, also a good driver for more beginner type players, ready to step up to something a little bit faster than a fairway or a mid-range, and you want to try to stretch the distance a little more. I think this would be a good option for that, especially with the smaller rim profile, and it's not too fast. You want to stay away from really fast stuff until you can really throw strong and maximize its potential. So big thank you to Disc Golf Depot again, and thank you so much to you guys for watching, the continued support of my channel. I really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay, bye.